A very good evening and warm welcome to Dharma Television's Collective News. This is Srishti Khadki. Let's move on to today's headlines. Action Aid Nepal handed over PPE to the government. Party's flag to be lowered in half for 3 days on the demise of Nepali Congress parliamentarian KC. Former Speaker Maharaj's wife Sita Mahara passes away. Body of Nepali woman found in the forest of India. Roads to be widened for traffic management. The Kal Group registers candidature for Senior Vice President of Industry and Commerce. Corona confirmed to 3,114 more people. United States presidential election result begins to come. Argentine football legend Diego Maradona hospitalized. IS claims responsibility for a deadly attack in Vienna. Here we go for news in detail. Action Aid Nepal has handed over PPE, a personal safety device, to the government for corona control and prevention. On Tuesday, Action Nepal provided 9,457 PPEs of personal safety equipment to Ministry of Health and Population. Sujita Mathema, Executive Director of Action Aid Nepal, handed over the materials to Minister for Health and Population Bhanubhakta Dakal. Speaking on the occasion, Mathema, Executive Director Action Aid Nepal, said that personal safety equipment PPE has been provided for the treatment of corona's health workers. Mathema, Executive Director of Action Aid Nepal, pledged to support government in controlling and preventing corona in the days to come.
हामीलाई एकदमै के लाग्छ भने जुन स्वास्थ्य कर्मीहरू हुनुहुन्छ जो अगाडि बसेर सेवा प्रदान गरिरहनु भएको छ उहाँहरूको सुरक्षा चाहिँ हाम्रो लागि एकदमै महत्त्वपूर्ण हुन्छ र उहाँहरूले सेवा प्रदान गरेको खण्डमा हामीहरू पनि सुरक्षित महसुस हुन्छौँ। त्यसै कारणले गर्दाखेरि पनि हामीले समाज कल्याण परिषद समन्वय गरिकन महिला मन्त्रालयसँग समन्वय गरिकन आज हामीले 9,457 वटा चाहिँ हामीले हस्तान्तरण गरेका छौँ। होल पिपिई सेट मिनिस्ट्री अफ हेल्थ र पपुलेसनलाई चाहिँ हामीले यो हस्तान्तरण गरेका छौँ र हामीलाई एकदमै पूर्ण विश्वास छ कि जुन हामीले यो हस्तान्तरण गरेको पिपिई सेट चाहिँ जहाँ एकदमै चाहिने ठाउँ छ, जहाँ सङ्क्रमितको सङ्ख्या एकदमै धेरै छ, जहाँ सुरक्षाकर्मीहरूलाई यो सुरक्षित हुनको लागि चाहिन्छ त्यहाँ पुग्छ भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ हामीले एकदमै आशा लिएको छु।
Nepali Congress has decided to lower party's flag in half for 3 days by passing a mourning resolution on the demise of MP Surya Bahadur KC. An emergency meeting of party's Central Working Committee held at party's Sanipa office on Tuesday decided to hoist down party's flag at party central office and all district offices for 3 days on November 3rd, 4th and 5th, following the death of MP KC, said General Secretary Purna Bahadur Khadka. Meeting has decided to close all the central and district offices on November 4th. Similarly, meeting decided to keep mourning books in the central office and all district offices till the 13th day of session, said Khadka. Few minutes of silence was observed at meeting to pay homage to late KC.
नेपाली कांग्रेस केन्द्रीय कार्य समिति का आमंत्रित सदस्य, प्रतिनिधि सभा का माननीय सदस्य एवं प्रतिष्ठित उद्योगपति श्री सूर्यबहादुर केसी को कार्तिक 17 गते राति 10 बजे पोखरा महानगरपालिका वडा नम्बर 7 मुस्ताङ चोक स्थित आफ्नै निवासमा निधन भयो। स्वर्गीय केसीले नेपालको उद्योग वाणिज्य तथा सामाजिक क्षेत्रमा उल्लेखनीय योगदान पुर्याउनु भएको थियो। पिता कृतिबहादुर केसी र माता पद्मकुमारी केसीको ज्येष्ठ सुपुत्रको रूपमा बेगम सम्मत 2014 जेठ 10 गते जन्मनु भएका स्वर्गीय केसी 2074 सालको निर्वाचनमा समानुपातिक प्रणाली अन्तर्गत नेपाली कांग्रेस पार्टीका तर्फबाट प्रतिनिधि सभा सदस्य हुनुभएको थियो। उहाँको निधनप्रति नेपाली कांग्रेस केन्द्रीय कार्य समितिको बैठक गहिरो दुःख व्यक्त गर्दै भावपूर्ण श्रद्धाञ्जली अर्पण गर्दछ। साथै उहाँको आत्माको चिर शान्तिको कामना गर्दै शोक सन्तप्त परिवारजनमा हार्दिक संवेदना प्रकट गर्दछ। स्वर्गीय केसीप्रति सम्मान प्रकट गर्दै शोक कार्यक्रम देहबन्द निर्माण गरिएको छ। 77 कार्तिक 18, 19 र 20 गते 3 दिनसम्म पार्टीका केन्द्रीय कार्यालय र सबै जिल्ला कार्यालयहरूमा पार्टीको झन्डा आधा झुकाउने। 2 कार्तिक 19 गते बुधबारका दिन केन्द्र तथा जिल्लाका सबै कार्यालयहरू बन्द गर्ने। 3 स्वर्गारोहणको 13औं दिनसम्म केन्द्रीय कार्यालय सबै जिल्ला कार्यालयहरूमा शोक पुस्तिका राख्ने।
Former Speaker and member of House of Representatives Krishna Bahadur Maharaj's wife Sita Maharaj has passed away on Wednesday morning. She had been undergoing treatment at Norvik Hospital in Thapatali since Friday. According to Tribun Paudel, former press advisor to Maharaj, she died at the hospital at 6:30 a.m. while undergoing treatment. According to Paudel, Sita Maharaj had gone to Rolpa for Dasai and was admitted to Gorkha Hospital in Dang on October 29 after she was diagnosed with a general health problem. Maharaj's wife was airlifted to Narvik Hospital in Kathmandu on October 29 after being diagnosed with pneumonia and respiratory problems. Paudel informed that she was tested positive in PCR report for corona infection at the hospital. Paudel informed that the hospital confirmed that she died on Wednesday morning while undergoing treatment on a ventilator and her body is still in the hospital. Body of a Nepali woman has been found in Raniban of Duduwa National Park in India near Rehabilitation Municipality of Kanchanpur. Based on the documents found with the deceased, she is Nur Devi Kathayat, aged 55. No contact has been made with the woman's family, said Kailas Bista, Chief Inspector of Police, Tribun Basti. Body has been kept in Palia, India, and further coordination is being held with the Indian police. Home Minister Ram Bahadur Thapa has said that transport infrastructure needs to be developed and managed now. Understanding the integrated action plan on traffic management in Kathmandu Valley, prepared by Metropolitan Traffic Police at Ministry of Home Affairs on Tuesday, Minister Thapa said that traffic jams and road accidents are due to the inability of roads to be widened despite the increase in number of means of transportation in Nepal. Home Minister Thapa opined that a policy to encourage public transport is needed as a large number of private vehicles, including motorcycles, are being operated. Thapa also said that strict laws should be enacted to minimize road accidents. Thapa argued that road blockade in Kathmandu has hampered development work. Inspector General of Police Shailesh Thapa Chetri said that responsibility of traffic police should be increased in traffic management. SSP Chetri also said that number of violations was increasing in Nepal as the road fines were lower than other countries. IGP Chetri said that strict measures should be taken against the distribution of driver's license and sales of vehicles. Chief of Traffic Police Division Bhim Dhakal informed that an integrated action plan 2077 has been prepared for traffic management in Kathmandu Valley to minimize traffic congestion and accidents in the valley.
निश्चित रूपमा हामीले एउटा असीमित रूपमा सडकहरूको विस्तार गर्न सक्दैनौँ, तर एउटा निश्चित सीमासम्म चाहिँ सडकहरूको विस्तार गर्न सकिन्छ। र यहाँ त्यो हिसाब किताबले फ्लाइओभरहरू, टनलका कुराहरू छन्, मेट्रोका कुराहरू आएका छन्। त्यसकारण त्यो सडक सञ्जालहरूको त यहाँको हुँदाखेरि उपत्यकामा 2100 किलोमिटर सडक सञ्जाल छ भन्ने अहिलेसम्मको छ सडक विस्तार। यसलाई हामीले कति हदसम्म विस्तार गर्न सक्छौँ? यातायातलाई हामीले सहज बनाउनको निम्ति र ट्राफिक जामलाई हामीले फुकाउनको निम्ति एउटा उपाय भनेको सडकहरूको विस्तार गर्ने नै हो। त्यसकारण त्यो हामीले एउटा अन्डरग्राउन्ड अथवा माथि फ्लाइओभरहरूको विस्तार गरेर हामीले यातायातलाई चाहिँ हामीले आवागमनहरूलाई चाहिँ सहज बनाउन सकिन्छ भन्ने यहाँ प्रस्ताव यहाँ गरिएको छ, योजना प्रस्तुत गरेको छ। मलाई लाग्छ ठिक छ। त्यसकारणले यो समस्यालाई कसरी हल गर्ने भन्ने सन्दर्भमा जुन उपायहरू यहाँ सुझाइएको छ, यहाँ सुझाव जुन आएको छ, मलाई लाग्छ आगामी दिनहरूमा एउटा त हामीले अलिकता कानुनी दृष्टिकोणले कानुनलाई अलि कडा बनाउने, जरिमानाहरू, दण्ड जरिमानाहरूलाई अलि हाई गर्ने र यहाँ आएको सुझावहरूमा अब सकिन्छ भने हामीले उपत्यकामा र बाइकहरूलाई प्रतिबन्ध लगाउने वा त्यसलाई चाहिँ कम गर्नको निम्ति त्यस किसिमको अलिकता प्रतिबन्धात्मक अब कानुनहरूलाई चाहिँ अलिक कडा बनाउने, नियमहरू अलिक कडा बनाउने। त्यसो गरियो भने बाइक पनि कम हुन्छ र अन्य यातायातका साधनहरू पनि कम हुन्छन् र सार्वजनिक यातायात प्रणालीलाई चाहिँ अलि विकास गर्ने, पब्लिक ट्रान्सपोर्टेसनलाई चाहिँ अलि विकास गर्नु पर्यो।
अवेरनेसलाई ह्याबिटमा टर्न गर्ने हो भने सर्टेन वर्षहरूमा चाहिँ अलिकति हार्ड इकोनोमिक पनिसमेन्टहरू गर्नु जरुरी छ जस्तो मलाई लाग्छ। त्यसकारण त्यतातिर पनि हामी जान सक्छौँ कि भन्ने मैले यहाँ निवेदन गर्न चाहेँ। अर्को यहाँ आउन त आइसकेको छ इन्टिग्रेटेड रेकर्ड सिस्टम भन्ने कुरा। यो कुरोमा पनि समस्या छ। हामीले जस्तो लाइसेन्स दिइरहेको छौँ, जस्तो अब कारबाहीहरू गरिरहेको छौँ, आइसकेको छ। मैले त्यसलाई अलिकति सुझाउन मात्रै खोजेको। इन्टिग्रेटेड रेकर्ड सिस्टम भयो भने कतै रेड लाइटमा कुनैले भाइलेट गरेर भाग्यो भने त्यो गाडी कुन हो भन्ने कुरो हामी तत्काल पत्ता लगाउन सक्छौँ। कुनै गोप्य चिजै होइन। त्यस कारण यसमा त ओपन एक्सेस गर्ने पनि हुन्छ जस्तो लाग्छ। एक्सेस टु इन्फर्मेसनलाई अलि ओपन गरेर सबैको एक्सेस हुन सक्ने किसिमले गरिदिँदा चाहिँ जाति हुन्छ जस्तो मलाई लागेको। अर्को कुरो चाहिँ त्यो हो। अनि अब जस्तो लाइसेन्स डिस्ट्रिब्युसनको प्रसङ्ग पनि म यहाँ दिन्छु। लाइसेन्सको डिस्ट्रिब्युसनमा हामीले अलिकति पनि लापरवाही गऱ्यौँ भने सडकमा प्रयोग हुने गाडी नै हतियारको रूपमा युज हुने सम्भावना रहन्छ। यो अहिले सुरु गरिरहेका छौँ। अब त्यो ई ब्याङ्किङ सिस्टमबाट कसरी जान सकिन्छ भन्ने कुरोमा त्यो भयो भने उसलाई हामी स्पटमै के भन्छौँ त भन्दा तपाईँको यो कसुर हो भन्छौँ। त्यो कसुर भइसकेपछि उसँग यदि ई ब्याङ्किङ सिस्टम छ भने उसले त्यहीँबाट के गर्छ त भन्दा जरिवाना यो खल्ती अथवा ई सेवा यस्तै लगायतका कुनै सब्सक्राइबबाट पठाइदिन्छ। त्यसको सिसी त्यहीँ बसेको ट्राफिकले युज गर्ने स्मार्ट टेलिफोनमा आउँछ। त्यसपछि उसले त्यहीँबाट तपाईँ अब घर जानुहोस्, तपाईँको यो आयो हामीलाई भनेर पठाउन सकिने गरेर उसलाई होल्ड गर्न पनि परेन।
Present Vice President Chandra Prasad Dakal Group has registered his candidature for the post of Senior Vice President of Federation of Nepali Chambers of Commerce and Industry. All the candidates for the post of Vice President, including Dakal, have registered their candidacies at Federation Central Office in Teku on Tuesday. From Dakal's panel, Umesh Lal Shrestha has registered his candidature for the post of Commodity Vice President, Gunanidhi Tiwari for the post of District Vice President, and Ramchandra Sanghai for the post of Associate Vice President. Similarly, Himraj Dakal, Kamala Shrestha, Akash Adhikari, J. Sivakoti, Subhas Bhandari, Prakash Singh, Karki, Vakta Hamal, Subodh Kumar Gupta, Sumit Kedia, Rabin Kumar Shrestha, and Naresh Lal Shrestha have registered their candidacies for the post. After registering his candidature, Dakal said that he had given his candidature as there was a need for a strong private sector to solve the business problems arising from COVID-19 and various other reasons, and for economic prosperity of the country. Dakal said that he has nominated his candidature to save the business and entrepreneurs, to save overall economy of the country from current problems, and to join hands with the government in the development and prosperity of the country, and to play a constructive role in the development of private sector. Earlier on Monday, Kishore Pradhan had registered his nomination for the post of Senior Vice President of Federation. Anjan Shrestha, Dinesh Shrestha, and Saurav Jyoti have registered their candidacies for the post of Vice President, and Associate Vice President respectively. 54th Annual General Assembly and election of Federation is being held in Kathmandu on November 26, 27 and 28. 54th General Assembly and election of Federation scheduled to be held last April was postponed due to COVID-19.
महासङ्घको यो 54औं वार्षिक साधारण सभामा वरिष्ठ उपाध्यक्षको उम्मेदवारको रूपमा चाहिँ हामीहरूले उम्मेदवारी दिइसकेको चाहिँ छौँ। आज हामीहरूको तर्फबाट चाहिँ जिल्ला नगर उद्योग वाणिज्य सङ्घको केन्द्रीय सदस्यको लागि, वस्तुगतको केन्द्रीय सदस्यको लागि र एसोसिएटको चाहिँ केन्द्रीय सदस्यको लागि आज मनोनयन दर्ता गर्नुभएको छ हामीहरूको साथीहरूले। हामीले खास गरेर उद्योग वाणिज्य महासङ्घको जुन यो 50औं वर्षको जुन एउटा चाहिँ गरिमा चाहिँ छ, यसलाई चाहिँ खास गरेर निजी क्षेत्रका आर्थिक मुद्दाहरू चाहिँ उठाउनको लागि निजी क्षेत्रको एउटा चाहिँ सानो व्यवसायदेखि एउटा मझौला र ठुला व्यवसायहरू सञ्चालन गर्नुको साथै विदेशी जुन एफडीआईको रूपमा आउने चाहिँ विदेशी जुन एउटा इन्भेस्टमेन्ट हुन्छ त्यसलाई पनि प्रमोट चाहिँ गरेर नेपालमा एउटा रोजगारी चाहिँ सिर्जना गर्ने र यहाँ नै जुन एउटा चाहिँ लाखौं नेपालीहरू जुन बाहिर चाहिँ जानुभएको चाहिँ छ, वास्तवमा चाहिँ उहाँहरूलाई चाहिँ एउटा चाहिँ नेपालमै एउटा चाहिँ रोजगारी सिर्जना गर्न सक्ने हिसाबको जुन एउटा चाहिँ औद्योगिक वातावरण चाहिँ तयार गर्नको लागि वास्तवमा नेपाल सरकार र सम्बन्धित रेगुलेटरहरूलाई चाहिँ एउटा चाहिँ पोलिसी लबिङको लागि निजी क्षेत्रको तर्फबाट एउटा जुन एउटा चाहिँ औद्योगिक वातावरण जुन बनाउनको लागि चाहिँ वास्तवमा चाहिँ जुन मैले यो वरिष्ठ उपाध्यक्षमा जुन मैले एउटा चाहिँ उम्मेदवारी दिएको छु र
According to Ministry of Health, corona was found in 3,114 more people during tests conducted in different parts of the country. Along with this, number of corona infected in Nepal has reached 1,79,614. Another 20 people have died due to corona. At the same time, number of deaths due to corona in Nepal has reached 1,004. Similarly, 3,142 more people have been discharged, and number of total cures from corona infection has reached 1,41,134 so far. At present, there are 37,476 people in isolation and 1,277 people in quarantine. So far, 1.48 million PCRs have been performed, according to the ministry. The US presidential election has been completed. Results of some places have already started coming. After the counting of votes in 9 out of 50 states, there are many representatives of Electoral College of Democratic candidate Biden's party. 44 representatives from Biden faction and 37 from Republican candidate Trump's party have been elected. Representatives of at least 270 electoral colleges are needed to elect a president. Election is expected to see fierce competition between incumbent President Trump and former Vice President Biden. Argentine football legend Diego Maradona is much better and eager to leave after being admitted to hospital for medical checks, his doctor said on Tuesday. The 60-year-old is suffering from anemia and dehydration, which had left him feeling very weak and very tired, said Leopoldo Licu. Fans of Argentine top-tier club Gimnasia, where Maradona is coach, flocked to the clinic to leave messages of support for the ailing icon. Normally, Maradona's current ailments would require him to stay approximately 3 days in hospital, the doctors said. Maradona, who celebrated his 60th birthday last Friday, was admitted to hospital on Monday. The doctor had ruled out any link to the coronavirus pandemic, which is ravaging the South American country, much of it still under confinement. Maradona, who has a history of drug and alcohol abuse and poor health, is considered at high risk of coronavirus. He has suffered 2 heart attacks in the past and contracted hepatitis. Australian investigators were on Tuesday piecing together the Monday evening rampage through central Vienna by a long-gone man and later claimed by the Islamic State, as Chancellor Sebastian Kurz called for a European response to political Islam. 4 people were killed when Kazim Fejulai, described as a 20-year-old IS sympathizer who had spent time in prison, opened fire with a Kalashnikov in a busy area of the Australian capital the day before the country went into a new coronavirus lockdown. IS, which has claimed numerous attacks in Europe, said Tuesday a soldier of the caliphate was responsible for the carnage, according to its propaganda agency. Austrian Chancellor Sebastian Kurz condemned the shooting as a repulsive terror attack, which he said killed a waitress, a young passerby, and an older man and woman. He called on the European Union to fight against political Islam, saying it was an ideology that represented a danger to the model of the European way of life, in an interview published in Germany's Die Welt newspaper. Across the country, flags were lowered to half-mast on the public buildings, and people observed a minute of silence at noon as church bells rang out. Kurz, President Alexander Van der Bellen, and other officials took part in a wreath-laying ceremony in honor of the victims. 23 wounded people were in hospital, with 7 in a critical condition, Vienna's Hospital Association said. Police said an officer was among those hurt. Germany joined the Czech Republic in stepping up checks at their borders in order to stop possible compliances. This is all for now. We'll be back with more news and updates. Till then, keep watching Dharma Television. May all the sentient beings be at peace. Stay safe.